If you're watching online, we would appreciate if you would just comment where you're watching from. Comment the city, the town that you're watching from this morning. We would appreciate that. Okay? So go ahead and do that. Go ahead and comment watching online on Facebook. We appreciate it. Okay, to start with, we are going to go to our PowerPoint screen here, and I'm going to ask you to read and look at some pictures and read some words. So, audience participation time. Okay, the first one, go ahead and read that out loud for me, please, if you would.
A bird in the bush.
Okay, so it actually says a bird in the bush. It's an optical illusion. Gotta be careful. Okay, next one. Now this one's interesting. Where did the gray dots in between come from? Are you seeing the gray dots in between the squares? They're not actually there, but your eye is tricking you to see gray dots. Okay, next one. What does this one say for me? Me. But on the inside, if you look, it actually also says you. You. All right, next one. What do you see there? Looks like a man's face. Now do me a favor and tilt your head to the right. What do you see? Do you see the word liar?
Yes.
Liar. Ooh. And then the last one. What word do you see there?
Good and evil.
Okay, so this is the scariest one of them all. It's good and evil. Do you see the evil inside the good?
Yeah.
And that's scary because that's exactly what Satan does, is he makes evil look good. As we talk about Satan's tactic of deception today, he makes evil look good in our lives. He's the master of deception. John 8:42, Jesus said to them, "If God were your Father, you would love me, for I have come here from God. I have not come on my own. God sent me. Why is my language not clear to you? Because you are unable to hear what I say. You belong to your father, the devil, and you want to carry out your father's desires. He was a murderer from the beginning, not holding to the truth, for there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks his native language, for he is a liar and the father of lies." Man, that was a deep statement that Jesus just made. When the devil lies, he's speaking his native language. That is what he is by nature. He is a liar. He is a deceiver. Have you ever fallen for someone's tricks and you were just sick to your stomach afterwards? Like, how in the world did I just fall for that? Like, they got me. Maybe you were convinced to buy something and it was a bad deal and you had serious buyer's remorse. Anybody ever had that happen? Like major purchases and like, I should have never bought that. Maybe you let a friend talk you into doing something and it ended up being disaster. And you're like, why did I ever listen to that friend, to that person? And maybe did you ever have this happen where you bit on Satan's bait that he laid out there and it ended up disaster in your life and you're like, how could I fall for that trick of the devil? You ever had that happen? Like, ended up really sorry that you did something? Satan is the master of deception. So the original sin was convincing Eve that the forbidden fruit would actually be good for her and that she would be a better person because of it. And of course we know that wasn't the truth and things ended up getting a lot worse, right? It got worse for the world, not just for Eve. So today I want to help you recognize some of the devil's top lies that he tries to convince us of, and so that I can help you avoid heartache or something you'll seriously regret. Because after all, listen to this quote, sin will take you farther than you want to go, keep you longer than you wanted to stay, and cost you more than you want to pay. Did you catch that? That's what sin will do. And so we don't want to do that. We don't want to go down that route and be sorry. We want to prevent it on the front end. So let's talk about some of Satan's top deceptions about sin. And before we talk about these, we need to define sin. Because